If you are 20, don't think that 20 is the, all and all. You will come and join us because this is so funny. Like, I never expected it. When I was 30, I was thinking I still had more time. But now, look, I'm already 33. Let me know that I'm not alone on this, because sometimes it can be very stressful thinking that, I'm feeling all these emotions all by myself. Guys, do you know what happened to me recently? I turned 33. I turned 33. Che! If anybody had told me when I was 20 that I would be turning 33 anytime soon, trust me, I would have told them it's a lie, because I never imagined myself that one day I would get to this point where I'm feeling so many emotions at the same time. I'm on a roller coaster. Like, immediately I turned 33. Guys, trust me, that day I was supposed to go to the gym. I was not able to go to the gym because I was feeling so many emotions all at the same time. Yeah, so I turned 33 and it is beginning to tell on me. So I thought to share with you guys, 4 things that nobody really tells you about your 30s, because I want to find people who relate with these things I'm talking about, or who have, gone through this, or who is planning or crawling towards it. Trust me, you will definitely want to open your ears, because this experience, nobody really told me. But then I'm not having to experience it in full force. Yes, people have been 30, people have been 33, people are still going to be 35, and I'll get there one day, but it's feeling like a shock that I'm getting old. But I feel like I want to remain young for longer. I don't know if you understand it. Like, these emotions, I can't even seem to process it very well. But yes, I turned 33 and it is beginning to show in different aspects of my life. So let's talk about the 4 things that nobody really tells you about your 30s that might be useful for you if you're crawling up to this age, or if you're already here. Welcome. We're all in this together, and it is not a fun experience, or at least on my part, I've not been finding it funny. Not that everything is bad, but just some few things that I thought that everybody should know. My body now aches more. Guys, my knee is hurting, my back is hurting. Sometimes I'll just get this hormonal burst, like one part of my body will just be hurting. I will sit down for some time, I'll feel that, okay, my back is beginning to pain me. And me. When you say somebody was, in every activity in school, when I was in uni, I'm sort of like an extrovert introvert. So I never really used to be a hardcore introvert. I was more of an extrovert. So I was always wanting to be everywhere. But now I want to be indoors. Wow. I feel like I'm discovering myself a lot in so many ways that, I never really used to think, oh, this is who I am. And now all of a sudden, like, too many things are happening at the same time. And the one that's most notable to me is my body aching everywhere. Like, all these hormonal aches, especially being a woman, you find that these things are very hard to deal with, because you're just having so many emotions to have to deal with, coupled with hormonal aches here and there. And then the fact that you now need supplements for so many things. Look at me drinking collagen and see if like I'm drinking water. Like, for every coffee I have to put collagen inside, because I heard it's good for your bones. But even when I take these things, I still feel the pain here and there. Like, and guys, if there's anything you do for yourself when you are coming to this phase of life, better be ready to go for yearly checkups, or let's just say 2 times or once every 2 years. You need to go for checkups, because, like, I've been discovering so many things about my body, and that's one thing I feel like everybody should know, because you will definitely feel it at some point. Pressure to get married. The funny part, this pressure that I'm even talking about, it does not come from my immediate family. That's what makes it very funny. So you find that your mother's friend, your mother's cousin, your mother's cousin, like, every external person around your parents are the ones that will remind you that you need to get married and start having babies, that you're no longer young, you're no longer this. I'm beginning to feel that pressure. And to be fair with you, like I'm not even the one that's putting that much pressure on myself. There was a time my mother sat me down and was thinking like, okay, well, was talking to me about marriage and all that, and she found out that I was not as bothered as everybody around me, and she was like, okay, she thought I was the one that was very bothered. And trust me, I thank God that my parents are not even the ones that are putting pressure on me. It is easier to, deal with people outside than to deal with your own parents. Because I can remember a friend telling me that she had to face depression because her parents were always telling her to go and get married. Yes, it is, I want to get married soon, if possible, but I don't want to pressurize myself into marriage in such a way that I will not end up losing, what I want in marriage, or just going there because of peer pressure or because everybody around me is married, and because it is beginning to seem like it feels like everybody around me is getting married. Sometimes I wonder like what is happening. Like it now feels like I'm the only one left out. But yes, there's that pressure to get married. I fear that I might get too old for marriage before I now find that right person. So I'm still trying to balance it out between what I want and then what whoever comes my way has. Let's just have a balance 50-50, but not that I will have to give up 70% of what I want in marriage just because I want to settle down to meet up to people's expectations. Coupled with the fact that even my younger sister is already married and she already has 2 children. Like these are things that are beginning to bother me, or they're beginning to creep up on me, even though I'm not putting that much pressure on myself, but I'm beginning to feel it from the eyes around me and my parents, and I'm beginning to feel left out somehow, but not too much. But hopefully I just find the right person for me, or at least we'll both be on the same page and end up together. You know what I mean? Now, there's that pressure to achieve something big. I've always been an overachiever. Like I have big dreams, big goals, even though they might not seem like it now. Like I'm not achieving these things now, but I'm one that has big goals, big dreams for myself. So I feel more pressure now to achieve these things than when I was in uni. I've always been this overachiever, but when I was in uni, it was not as bad as this, or at least coming up to this point where I'm now in my 30s. I'm feeling that pressure to achieve something big. So you find me working hard, like to achieve that thing that I want for myself. Yes, it is a process now, but that process is not very easy to because I feel like even when I have these big dreams, they are not yet materializing. Even though small, I can see them coming up because I'm teaching myself how to adapt to this new phase of my life while still wanting big things for myself. So I'm doing what I need to do, but hoping that I'll get the result that I want to get, even though I have not gotten there yet. You get what I mean? So I just feel like I have this need now to achieve big things that I never used to have before now. So that is what me turning 30 has done for me, or has done to me. So you might feel that pressure when you get to that age. But if you are, in your 30s and you are beginning to feel this pressure that I'm talking about, comment down below, because I feel like I'm not the only one that, starts feeling this pressure of wanting to achieve something big, or feel like, you have the need to achieve something big at this age in your life. But guys, if you've gotten to this point of, hearing my story, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, join this family, because I'm going to be taking you on my ride, every aspect of it. Definitely be joining me, so don't leave me on this, okay? So the last but not the least of what I'm feeling right now I feel like I have more responsibilities in the types of relationships I have, in the types of friendships I have, and in especially with money. I feel this responsibility that I need to have everything in check in my life. When it comes to friendship, now I don't just think about friends because I don't just think about making friends because I feel like I need friends. I make intentional friends. Friends that, will catapult me to my goal, or that make it easier for me to achieve my goal. It's not that you'll be dragging me back. There's that saying that you are the average of the 5 friends you keep. Me, I don't think if I even have up to 5 friends in the first place. So I feel like that reduces my own average. But I feel like now I make intentional friends. Before I decide, okay, I have to venture into a relationship with you, I make sure that relationship is something that's worthwhile, not just because I want to make friends. And especially when it comes to relationship, now, I feel that pressure that, okay, maybe the relationship I'm in is beginning to slow down, or is looking like we're no longer on the same frequency and all that. But then there's that fear that what if I now say, okay, let's break up, I now have to start all over again and now start looking for a new boyfriend. Like, this is really worrisome. But because I don't want to just go for anybody, because now if I start a new process altogether, I feel like I'll now have to start looking for a new person, looking for that right person, not just anybody. Now start looking for some qualities in this person. Yes, they say you can never really know if you don't take the risk, but I feel like at this point it just feels very hard to easily take risk, if you get what I mean. That is what I'm feeling right now. So I try to keep making intentional friends, intentional relationships. Even though maybe anybody new comes in my life, I just try to make sure that, okay, you're checking certain boxes before I now decide whether we are moving on with this relationship or whether we are moving on with this friendship. And I believe many people can relate to this. It is a serious worry for me. So I just don't, go about making friends and going into a relationship just for the sake of it. So, money. I feel this big burden of, having responsibilities with money. In this part of the world where we are, there is now this pressure from the people around you that you need to, give them money. When they need money, they will come and ask you, especially when you are working like myself. So even when I'm working towards my goal and I need my money to, fuel these goals and all that, you still have to service your relationship with your family, and these things, they don't come cheap sometimes. To me, I feel like I'm lucky because I have external family members who chip in here and there when the thing is there. But then there's this financial responsibility I still feel that, especially for my parents, I have to care for them. I have to give them, even when I feel like I don't have money at that point, I have to make sure to provide for them. Like, these are some of the things that, I feel like has been weighing on me, especially at this point now. Like, I'm getting older, the responsibility is getting bigger. So guys, this is how I've been feeling, or these are some of the things that you might want to, expect if you are turning 30 soon. If you are 20, don't think that 20 is the, all and all. You will come and join us because this is so funny. Like, I never expected it. Yes, I knew I was going to be turning 33 someday, but when I was 30, I was thinking I still had more time. But now look, I'm already 33, and it feels like you keep getting older day by day. But I keep discovering myself. That is the fun of it as well. So guys, I thought to share this with you in case if you are relating to what I'm talking about. Make sure to comment down below. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know that I'm not alone on this, because sometimes it can be very stressful thinking that I'm feeling all these emotions all by myself. So guys, I'll see you in my next video. Make sure to click that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the family. Let's grow together, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.